Is India missing its best fast bowler since Julian Goswami?
The Indian team in the ODI format is in a bit of a predicament because even though they've seen a lot of success this year winning the Tri-Series against South Africa and Sri Lanka and then going to England and winning the series in England, a lot of people are talking about the inexperience in the fast bowling lineup, and this is essential because not only are we going to play Australia next, but we are heading into a very important World Cup at home. This is a very interesting topic to talk about because even though the Indian fast bowlers are inexperienced, they have stepped up in moments and they have won the game for the Indian team. And more importantly, the next series against Australia and the World Cup are at home. Now, before we talk about the Indian fast bowlers, how they've done this year, and someone who's a major missing piece of the puzzle, hit that subscribe button.
While there might be some recency bias because of Kranti Gaut's 6-wicket haul against England, the fact of the matter is that the Indian pacers have been many in number and not a lot of them have been able to play for sustained periods of time. Even in terms of the performances that they've put in, they are 5th on the list of wicket takers this year, and apart from that, even in terms of economy rate, they haven't particularly been good. They're 7th on that list. Looking at how Indian teams have gone about selections in the past, it is no surprise that 7 fast bowlers alone have been used in this single year. In the 11 matches that India have played this year, there have been only 2 bowlers who've played even 4 games, and that's Arundhati Reddy and Kranti Gaud. In fact, fast bowlers this year for India have bowled a total of just 170 overs, which ideally would be something around 24 overs per bowler. And the number of overs shows that a bowler on average is bowling only worth less than 3 matches worth of overs. This is a little concerning because India is going into a World Cup at home and they still don't know what their fast bowling lineup looks like. In these 11 matches, pacers have accounted only for 25 wickets at an economy of 5.2 and a bowling average of 36.2.
And this is where we come to the missing piece in the puzzle, and that's Renuka Singh Thakur, who has not played a single ODI game this year for the Indian team. In the 19 matches she's played so far in the ODI format, she's picked up 35 wickets with an economy of 4.8 and a very impressive average of 22. In this time period, she also has 4 fourers and 1 fifer, which is all the more impressive if you break things down because it almost feels like every 4th innings she's getting at least 4 wickets in a match. There's a reason for why we think she's the missing piece of the puzzle because since her debut, she's the 3rd highest wicket taker for the Indian team. She's the highest wicket taker in terms of fast bowlers. She's the best average amongst the top 5 wicket takers for the Indian team and has the most number of 4+ wicket hauls for the Indian team. And not just this, in her last 5 matches for the Indian team, she picked up 14 wickets. What is more impressive is the fact that in the last series that she played, which was against the West Indies, she was also the highest wicket taker in that series. In 3 matches, she picked up 9 wickets with an average of just 9 and an economy of less than 4. In fact, she was the only bowler to have an economy of less than 4. Renuka Singh Thakur was clearly the leader of the pack while she played for the Indian team because if you look at the matches she was involved in, the Indian fast bowlers did impeccable. In the 19 matches that the Indian team played, the fast bowlers picked up 69 wickets with an average of 27 and an economy of 4.9, which is much better than the fast bowlers have done this year around. Something you should remember is that Renuka Singh Thakur was involved against a lot of big teams like South Africa, England, and a lot of games against Australia.
And to further understand the importance of Renuka Singh Thakur, it is important to look at her phase-wise performances to see how well she's done with the new ball in the middle phase of an ODI innings and at the death. We will also be comparing this to the current crop of fast bowlers to give you additional perspective. The first thing you look at is the power play, which is the overs from 0 to 10, and this is where Renuka Singh has got the most number of wickets, not only as an Indian but also 2nd in the world overall since her debut. The additional reason for why this is so impressive is because in the list of world wicket takers, she's played the least number of games and sits 2nd on that list. Whenever she's bowled with the newer ball, which is in every game that she has played, she's picked up 19 wickets in these 19 innings at an economy rate of 4.3 and an average of 18.8. And if you compare that to the current crop of Indian bowlers, you'll see that they have done decently, picking up 11 wickets in the 11 matches they've played, but Renuka Singh still trumps all of these 7 fast bowlers in terms of her economy rate as well as her bowling averages. The present crop has an economy rate of 4.6 and a bowling average of 34. And it is no surprise that Renuka Singh always ranks up when it comes to the power play phase. She's known to be good with the new ball and she's exceptional when it comes to taking wickets off top order players. In fact, she's got openers out a grand total of 13 times in her career already. Over 1/3 of the wickets she's gotten happens to be the openers, with her getting 37% of all of her ODI wickets as openers. And from there, if we move to the middle phase of the game, this is where her game has improved greatly. In the overs of 10 to 40, and something that she's emphasized on is her want to improve when she comes back for 2nd and 3rd spells. This is also reflective in her numbers. Since her debut, she's been India's 4th highest wicket taker in the middle overs, and she's become the captain's go-to bowler every time they're looking to break partnerships and get wickets. In the 18 innings where she's bowled in the middle overs, she's got 12 wickets at an economy rate of 5 and a bowling average of 25. Compare that to the present-day fast bowlers who in 10 innings that they've bowled in the middle overs have got just 6 wickets. Their economy has been decent at 4.9, but they have a bad bowling average of 50. And a hallmark of some good fast bowlers, especially the ones like Renuka Singh Thakur, is that a lot of their wickets are the top 6 batters in a side. Of the 35 wickets that she's taken in her ODI career, 82.8% of these wickets are batters from 1 to 6. If you look at the bowlers who've taken wickets of the top 6 batters, Renuka Singh ranks 4th in this list ever since her debut. She also has the best bowling average amongst all of these bowlers who are in the top 5. And this is where we come to the final phase of an ODI innings, and that is the overs of 40 to 50, where a lot of batters look to explode, and even here Renuka Singh has managed to hold her own. Even here in the 9 innings that she has bowled, she's got 5 wickets and a bowling average of 25.6. What's also impressive is that her economy rate still stays at 6.4 as opposed to a lot of bowlers who might be a lot more expensive. In this period, she's been India's 4th highest wicket taker, but if you look at her economy rate, it is the best for any Indian in this phase since her debut. And this is where the difference is felt when it comes to Renuka Singh's role when it comes to those death overs. Because in the 7 innings, the current crop of fast bowlers has got 8 wickets, but they've been extremely expensive, going at 7.5 runs to the over.
And this is why we talk about why Renuka Singh Thakur is so special. Statistically, if you look at it, she has the ability to take wickets in every phase of the ODI format or at least contain runs. And currently, she's the best amongst all the Indian fast bowlers available so far. What makes her stand out is the fact that she is able to move the ball both ways, not just by swinging the ball, but also seaming the ball off the pitch. She's the kind of bowler who doesn't necessarily depend on overhead conditions, because even if the overhead conditions don't suit her, she will be able to use the pitch in her favor. And even besides all of this, she is someone who's very, very accurate, because 51.4% of the wickets are either LBW or bowled, which just goes to show that she is able to bowl stump to stump more often than not. And something she's also worked on in the last couple of years as a fast bowler is the ability to use the bowling crease. She goes wide of the crease, angling the ball into a right-hander and swinging it out. And this is also where she started getting a lot more wickets. In the 19 matches she's played so far, she has the ability to take wicket in heaps. She takes multiple wickets in a spell. And as we saw in the phase-wise distribution, she also has the ability to take wickets with the new ball. But something very important this Indian team needs, especially in a fast bowler, is the ability to break partnerships, which she does that too. In all the matches she has played so far, there have been 5 occasions where she has been able to break partnerships of more than 30 runs. Now this is crucial because you wouldn't want the opponent batters to get away with a long partnership. And when we looked at the phase-wise distribution, it's also evident that Renuka Singh is not just a new ball bowler, but she can also be used at the death. And this is predominantly because of her accuracy. She's also one of the captain's go-to bowler, because then the captain can just set a field and trust Renuka Singh with her accuracy.
And after you see all of this, the biggest question that arises is, where is Renuka Singh Thakur? She's not played a single ODI game in 2025. She was briefly there for the WPL, but she's not even a part of India A squad that is currently touring Australia A. And this is where her injuries come into the picture. Ever since making her debut in 2022, Renuka Singh Thakur has been plagued by multiple injuries and repeated back stress fractures. Where in her debut year in 2022, she played 7 ODI games. That number came down to just 2 games in 2023, and in 2024, after returning from injuries, you finally thought that this was the full season that she'll have, where she played 10 games out of the 13 games that India played that year. But once again, the trend has repeated and Renuka Singh finds herself on the sidelines. While injuries are common for pacers, something that is alarming, especially with Renuka Singh Thakur, is that she's lost a lot of pace. Ever since her comeback in December 2024 in the ODI setup, she lost something around 10 to 20 kilometers per hour, and that is concerning for a fast bowler. And this is also where the big question arises. If there is a scenario where Renuka Singh Thakur is able to make a comeback before the World Cup, possibly for that Australia series, and she happens to perform poorly in the games, does India take the gamble of not taking her to the World Cup, or how exactly does that go? Because you also want to be able to reward all of the fast bowlers who've put in the hard yards in 2025, but you also cannot leave out your best bowler since 2022. What we think is that Renuka Singh Thakur should make a comeback into that World Cup squad, irrespective of the form, if she's fit. The simple reason for this is that she's succeeded under various conditions and she's shown that she's experienced enough to carry this fast bowling lineup. Not only that, when the World Cup is in India, and given her recent WPL performance where she's picked up 10 wickets in just 7 games, you would think that she has what it takes to be able to replicate that that kind of success. Her resume also boasts of good numbers when it comes to the Commonwealth Games or a tournament like the T20 World Cup. So definitely she is someone who has shown that she can do well in big events, and the World Cup will be no different. This has been our video on India's missing piece of the puzzle when it comes to their pace bowling lineup. If you've liked this video, definitely hit that like button, share this video with your friends. Most importantly, comment what you think the situation will look like if Renuka Singh Thakur is fit to play. Hit that subscribe button and definitely watch out for more videos. We put out videos every Monday, Tuesdays and Fridays, so stay tuned and follow us from all of our links in the description. Also hit that hype button so that we can push this video out to a lot more people, and we've also released memberships, so definitely check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.